So now dear students, move to next page, that is page number 38. We are given with some word meanings. Let's discuss them. Our first word is acorn, meaning the fruit of the oak. Oak is the name of a tree. Oak tree, we call it oak tree. So its fruit is known as acorn. Next is tumbles. Tumbles means rolls down. ऐसे घूमते घूमते कोई चीज नीचे आती है, then it is known as tumbles down. Next is scarcely. Scarcely means rarely. Rarely, कभी कभी, बहुत कम जब कुछ होता है, then we say it rarely it happens. नेक्स्ट इज निबलिंग. निबलिंग मीन्स ईटिंग विथ स्मॉल एंड क्विक बाइट. छोटी छोटी बाइट खाना, वो भी जल्दी जल्दी. जैसे कि एक रैट, एक माउस क्या होता है, कुतरता है, कुतरना, दैट इज नोन एज निबलिंग. और नेक्स्ट वर्ड इज स्टैक्स. स्टैक्स मीन्स गैदर्स और प्लेसेस इन अ पाइल. किसी चीज को इकट्ठा करना, बट हाउ, इन अ पाइल फॉर्म. ऐसे ढेर लगाकर जब हम किसी चीज को इकट्ठा करते हैं, देन इट इज नोन एज स्टैक्स. किसी चीज को इकट्ठा करना इस तरह से. जो तो फार्मर ने अपनी क्रॉप्स इकट्ठा करी थी तो इस तरह से करी थी, देन इट इज नोन एज अ पाइल. एंड जो हमने स्टैक्स होता है गैदरिंग द थिंग्स इन अ पाइल. ओके, सो नाउ डियर स्टूडेंट्स, you are to write these word meanings in your English fair notebook, reader notebook. And how to write, I will tell you. First of all, you will mention the day and date on which day you are writing the word meanings in your notebook. After mentioning day and date, write poem number 1, then the name of the poem. And you can highlight these names with pencil. After underlining, you can underline the names with pencil. And use scale. Don't draw a line with rough hand. ऐसे टेढ़ी टेढ़ी line में use scale for a straight line. After that, you are to write poet's name. Poet's name. What is given, you are to underline that also. Then leave a line here and then write word. Draw a line with word, then write meanings. Okay, always draw the line with pencil. Don't draw the line with pen. If we have drawn much long line, so that we can erase the remaining line which is not required. Okay, after drawing line with pencil, start writing with 1, 2 and all. And after finishing, 5 word meanings are given in your book. After finishing all, you are to draw a finishing line with pencil. Is it clear? In this way, it should be done in your notebook. So, poet's name is here, Cecil Francis Alexander. Okay? So, leave a line, then start writing word meanings. I hope it is clear to you. Now, one C part is given in your book, page number 38. We have a question, that is part C. What is told in this? Rhyme scheme is the pattern in which words that have the same ending sound occur at the end of the lines in the poem. Here the poem, it is given rhyme scheme. एक हमारा होता है rhyming words. So, what is the difference in this? Always these terms are used in a poem only. And what is the difference? Rhyming words, you are aware very well on page number 37. Like, in first line it is given down, third brown. Then these are rhyming words. Okay. Next is pass, grass. These are rhyming words. Berry, marry, berry, marry. So the words which rhyme sing, साउंड सेम होती है, जिनको एक जैसे बोला जाता है, जैसे कि डाउन, ब्राउन, पास, ग्रास, बेरी, मैरी, दीज आर नोन एज राइमिंग वर्ड्स. ओके, what I am telling on the board you are not to write anywhere. लिखना नहीं है आपको फेयर नोटबुक में. You are to write word meanings only in your fair notebook. I am just explaining some terms related to the poem. So these are the rhyming words. Now what is rhyming scheme? What is rhyme scheme? देखो, in the book our first line last word. First line last word is down. Second line last word is berry. Then third line last word is brown. And fourth line last word is merry. Now look here. डाउन और ब्राउन किससे मैच हो रहा है? डाउन, ब्राउन. साउंड्स आर मैचिंग. फर्स्ट लाइन की साउंड हमारी थर्ड लाइन से मैच हो रही है, तो इसको हम एक नाम दे देंगे. इस वाले साउंड को हम एक नाम देंगे ए. ये भी साउंड क्या हो जाएगी? ए. इज इट क्लियर? अब बैरी की साउंड मैच हो रही है मैरी से, तो इसको हम नाम दे देंगे बी. बी. ओके. और हमारी फिफ्थ लाइन का जो लास्ट वर्ड है वो है ग्रास, और सिक्स लाइन का जो लास्ट वर्ड है वो है पास. यानी कि फिफ्थ लाइन की साउंड मैच हो रही है सिक्स लाइन से, लेकिन इनसे मैच नहीं हो रही है, तो हम इसे नेम देंगे सी. इज इट क्लियर? फर्स्ट लाइन थर्ड से साउंड मैच कर रही है, सेकेंड लाइन फोर से मैच कर रही है, फिफ्थ लाइन सिक्स से मैच कर रही है. यानी कि इसकी साउंड और इसकी साउंड सेम है, तो हम कहेंगे ए. इसकी साउंड और इसकी साउंड सेम है, हम कहेंगे बी. और इन दोनों की साउंड सेम है, तो हम कहेंगे सी. सो व्हाट विल बी द राइम स्कीम? तो इसकी राइम स्कीम क्या हुई हमारे फर्स्ट स्टैंजा की? ए बी सी सी. इट इज आस्क्ड इन योर बुक. राइम स्कीम क्या हुई फर्स्ट स्टैंडर्ड की? दैट इज ए बी सी सी. राइम स्कीम मीन्स जो हमारी रिदम है फर्स्ट लाइन की थर्ड से मैच है, सेकेंड लाइन की फोर्थ से मैच है, और फिफ्थ लाइन की सिक्स से मैच है. तो इस तरीके से हमारे फर्स्ट स्टैंजा की राइम स्कीम हुई ए बी सी सी. I hope now it is clear to you what is rhyme scheme. You are not to write anywhere. This is just for explanation. So now let's discuss first 2 or 3 questions. Tomorrow we will discuss the remaining. Our first question is refer to the first stanza and describe the appearance of the field mouse. Means we are to describe how the field mouse looks, and it is given in the first stanza. So we are here with third and fourth line. It is mentioned with your fur so soft and brown, with your eyes so round and merry. So कैसा है mouse? Soft fur है उसका, brown color है, and with your eyes so round and merry. So how can we write that the field mouse has soft brown fur and bright eyes? What will be the answer? That the field mouse has soft brown fur and bright eyes. Second question, why isn't the field mouse seen during the winter season? कि हम winter season में mouse को क्यों नहीं देख सकते? Because in the winter season mouse keeps on sleeping, सोता रहता है because of cold weather. So you can see your answer in the second stanza. What will be the answer? In winter the field mouse sleeps through the cold season. पूरा cold season वो क्या करता रहता है? सोता रहता है. Third question, when does the field mouse become active again? What will be the answer? It is also there in the second stanza. When the warm weather comes again, जब गर्म weather हो जाता है after winter, then spring comes, then the mouse becomes active again. So the field mouse becomes active again when the warm weather comes in spring. Fourth question, describe the food habits of the field mouse. That how the field mouse eats and what does he eat, और खाता क्या है. The field mouse eats nuts, oak tree fruits and acorns, corn and grain crops. You can mention all these things. And how does he eats? How does he eat? By nibbling. He nibbles all the things. It collect these from the meadows. It collect that nuts, fruits from the meadows, from the fields, and sometimes from the farmer's granary, where the farmer collects his grain. Then the mouse steal that also and eats that also. So I hope it is clear to you that what does the mouse eat. Next question, what does the poet forbid the field mouse to do? कि पोएट फील्ड माउस को क्या करने से फोरबिड करता है. फोरबिड मीन्स स्टॉप करना. तो क्या करने से स्टॉप करता है? वो उसे स्टॉप करता है कि वो फार्मर्स की क्रॉप्स ना खाए. नॉट टू ईट द crops of the farmer which is stacked by the farmer, which is gathered by the farmer with much pain. Next question, refer to the last stanza and explain the poet's advice to the field mouse. Now in the last stanza, what does the poet advise to the field mouse? The poet advises to the field mouse not to make the hole in the corn or the house of the farmer, ताकि वो अपना होल ना तो फार्मर के घर में बनाए और ना ही उसके कोल्स यानी जो उसकी ग्रेन्स है उसमें बनाए. So today we will discuss only these 6 questions. Tomorrow we will go with the remaining one. Now the homework for English. You are to read the poem twice. Read poem 1 twice and write the word meanings which are given on page number 38. In your English reader fair notebook. Okay? English reader fair note. You have to read the poem twice and you have to write the word meanings in your English fair notebook. This is for today. Thank you.